Have you ever sat in a crowded room and felt completely, utterly invisible? You look around, everyone seems to have it figured out. They talk with confidence, they talk with purpose. They wear their success like a second skin. And then there's you. And there's the voice. You know the voice I'm talking about. It's that quiet, persistent whisper that sits in the back of your mind. It asks the same cruel questions over and over again. Are you good enough? Are you smart enough? Why are you even here? If you've ever felt that way, I want you to take a deep breath. Because today, we are going to talk about the one thing that everyone feels, but nobody wants to admit. We are going to talk about insecurity. We're going to talk about inferiority. And we're going to look at it right in the eyes. Welcome back to our world. If you've been with me through our first, how many videos has it been now? 5? This is video number 6, I believe. You know, we aren't here to skim the surface. We're building a community based on raw truth. We're building a shared space where we can strip away the noise of the outside world and look at what's happening underneath. But if you are new here, welcome home. You are right on time. For a long time, society has told us a lie. They told us that insecurity is a personal failure. They told us that if you feel inferior, it's because you haven't worked hard enough, you haven't bought enough, you haven't achieved enough. But I'm here to tell you the opposite. Insecurity isn't a sign that you are broken. Insecurity is proof that you are human. It is the shared human story. And today we are turning that story inside and out. Let's break down what insecurity actually is. It's a thief. It's a thief that steals your present moment by making you terrified of your future and ashamed of your past. Think about the clothes you choose to wear when you feel low. We tend to use clothing to do one of two things. We either use it to hide, or we use it to wear a mask. We hide in oversized, shapeless things because we want to blend into the background. We don't want to be judged. We don't want to be seen. Or we do the exact opposite. We put on labels. Expensive, loud, flashy labels. Not because we love them, but because we hope those labels will scream loud enough to suppress those internal doubts. We want the brand to say, look, I matter, because we don't believe it ourselves. I know this because I know we've all been there at some point. We live in a culture designed to manufacture inferiority. Every scroll on your phone, every advertisement, every curated image of perfection is a quiet whisper saying you are not quite there yet. An invisible gravity that pulls your shoulders down. It makes you walk with your eyes on the pavement. It makes you shrink. But let me ask you a question. What if the goal isn't to look perfect to the world? What if the real battle is changing the frequency inside your head? Insecurity wants you to believe your value is conditional. It wants you to believe your worth is a math equation. Your status plus your appearance minus your mistakes. But your true identity isn't a math problem. It's an undeniable fact. You have intrinsic value. Value that was there before you did anything. And value that remains no matter what you lose. But how do we remember that when the world is constantly trying to make us forget? How do we protect our minds? When I created SUPEREMINENT, I wasn't just thinking about fabric. I wasn't just thinking about stitching or cuts or silhouettes. I was thinking about a shield. I wanted to build a universe where the clothes we put on our bodies actively fight for the state of our minds. See, a lot of fashion brands want to sell you an escape. They want to sell you a fantasy. They want you to buy their clothes so you can pretend to be someone else. They want you to fit into their world. SUPEREMINENT does the exact opposite. We don't want you to fit into our world, per se. We built this world to fit into yours. Because SUPEREMINENT is not just a clothing brand. And I didn't say that right. It's SUPEREMINENT. It's a mindset. It is an intentional daily decision to reject the narrative of inferiority. The world itself, SUPEREMINENT, means to surpass all others in quality, in value, in excellence. But let's be very clear about what that means in our universe. It does not mean being better than the person standing next to you. That's what insecurity wants. Insecurity loves competition. No, to be SUPEREMINENT means to rise above the limitations, the doubts, and the insecurities that try to keep you small. It means being superior to the fear that held you back yesterday. When you look at our designs, when you see our monogram, it is designed to be a visual anchor. It's a physical reminder of an invisible truth. Your identity is significant. Your presence is required. Your value is non-negotiable. Imagine waking up on a morning when the insecurity is loud. A morning where you don't feel like facing the world. You look in your closet. You don't reach for something to hide in. And you don't reach for a loud mask to trick people. Instead, you put on a piece of streetwear, crafted with intention, designed with weight, built to look you in the mirror and say, stand up straight. Your identity is secure. You know, we've been on a journey together over these past several videos. I believe this is number 6. We talked about the struggle. We talked about the noise. We talked about finding your voice in a world that is incredibly loud. And now we are entering a new chapter in this universe. Think of this community we are building as a collective consciousness, a network of people who have all decided to stop playing small. When you see someone else wearing SUPEREMINENT, you are looking at a member of the same tribe. You don't need to say a word to each other. The brand tells the shared story. It says, I know the struggle. I know the doubt, but I chose to rise. This is our immersive world. It is a space where luxury meets the street, where raw vulnerability meets unapologetic confidence. We are rewriting the rules of what a brand can be. Most brands just want to be your destination. They want you to look at them and say, if I get there, I'll be happy. We don't want to be your destination. We want to be your companion on the journey. We want to be there in the moment of isolation. We want to be there when you are creating, when you are striving, and even when you are failing. Because failure is just a data point. It isn't who you are. Let's make this personal. Think about the biggest insecurity you have right now. Is it your career, your creativity, your appearance, your past? Hold that thought for a second.